Ortek Mor served as an Iron Father of the Iron Hands Legion during the Great Crusade and Horus Heresy. Infamous for his deeds during the era of the Emperor's conquest of the stars, Ortek's reputation as a bitter tyrant amongst his kin is well earned. Regularly at odds with the ideals and commands of his Primarch, Ferrus Manus, this Terran-born Astartes would be rumoured to bear genetic abnormalities at odds with that of his liege lord, though such speculation has never been confirmed. A veteran of the reconquest of the Sol system, prior to his legion's reunion with the Gorgon of Medusa, Ortek's renown as a great weaponsmith paled when compared to his infamous acts of fratricide. Seizing the Medusan Leviathan Crawler, belonging to the outlaw Ragoln clan upon his arrival to the world of his Primarch, the Knight of Slaughter enshrined Ortek as an Iron Lord, worthy of founding his own clan company. As master of the Morrigal clan, Ortek inherited the outcasts and detritus of Medusa into his ranks, his band of volatile misfits unworthy of membership to any of the more prestigious and valiant clan companies. Clad in the panoply known as the Armis Panopticos, constructed by his own hand, this heavy battleplate, outfitted with Auspex cogitator networks, additional limbs, and interfaced with his neural interface matrices tattooed onto his skin. Such augmetics enhance the blood-wrought senses, enabling him to feel sensation through his ceramite. Wielding an immense double-headed halberd known as Orgonikos, this badge of office of Clan Morrigal, forged from the ferro-alloys of the ancient forges of Damas, has vaporized and rendered countless foes. Unwilling to allow any slights to fester among his clan company, all who opposed the so-called blood-wrought perished in duels of honor. Witness to the betrayal of the Istvan V dropsite massacre during the Horus Heresy, Mor's attempts to reach the battle lines of the surface from his orbital position within his flagship, the Red Talon, came to no avail. The Gorgon's decision to keep the clan of outsiders far from the front lines of battle, allowing for their survival, little would Ferrus Manus realize that these outcasts, unbefitting the true stature of the Iron Tenth, would soon encompass a large majority of its surviving remnants. Fleeing from the destruction ravaging the now shattered legions of the Urgal Depression, the Red Talon suffered heavy damage and spurred Ortek Mor to wage a war of his own devising. Ignoring the demands of the War Council of Terra and allegiance with his own Terran officer, Shadrach Medusan, Clan Morrigal, under the leadership of Ortek Mor, waged cruel campaigns against the traitor legions and their allies. Conducting a merciless campaign of unrestrained annihilation upon the worlds choosing to bend the knee to the War Master's cause, Clan Morrigal fell upon the wearied forces of the traitor legions in the wake of their conquests. Unleashing nuclear warheads upon the hive cities of the Gethsemane colonists within the Cyclops cluster of space, the destruction wrought by the maimed of the Iron Tenth rendered the world uninhabitable for generations. Reserving the most despicable means of destruction for those planets which submit with no loss of lives, the irascible dissidents of Medusa allowed none to be spared from their blades and bolters. Though harsh in their methods, the blunt effectiveness of the so-called Red Talons had formed a bulwark between the traitors and loyalist bastions, saving millions of innocent lives. Their contemporaries of Clan Sorgol, led by their war leader, suffering a more ignoble fate as the war raged. Aiding the Imperial Fists during the Battle of Bot against the World Eaters Legion, the destruction of this recruitment world proved a target too valuable to ignore. Shunting its orbiting moon from its course to allow its collision with the planet in a spectacle of destruction far in excess of any ordnance possessed by the guns of their fleet, the Iron Hands invaded as the countdown of the world's extinction loomed. Unleashing mass drop-pod assaults upon the surface alongside the sons of Rogel Dawn, Clan Morrigal overran the starport Tridasimia. Securing a genetic stasis casket etched with the gene rights of the Emperor, Ortek Mor personally recovered this priceless artifact before ordering all Loyalist forces to fall back within their Storm Eagle and Thunderhawk gunships. Watching the world of Bot become consumed by purging flame as its moon finally crashed into the surface, all who remained turned to ashes within the carnage. surviving the Great Civil War for humanity's soul, following the retreat of the traitors from the Throne World, a new era of Space Marines would be established. Dividing the Loyalist legions into smaller chapters, each led in turn by a famed war leader of the heresy, Autek Mor assumed the mantle of Chapter Master of his newly founded Red Talons during 021.M31. Inheriting the bold and aggressive legacy of their imposing leader and the deeds of his warband during the era of the Horus Heresy, the Red Talons to this day enact campaigns of bloody and uncompromising slaughter. The fate of their founder lost to history, his legacy regardless outlives many a noble clan company of the Iron Tenth, who have fallen to ruin and irrelevance.